It was one of those slow, carefree Saturdays when my friends and I gathered for brunch. The atmosphere was light-hearted, filled with chatter about our jobs, families, and the usual playful banter about our partners. Jokes flew easily, laughter came quickly, and between the clinking of glasses and shared stories, secrets slipped out like loose threads. Someone teased me about how quiet and reserved my husband, Daniel, always seemed. Wanting to match the humor of the moment, I smirked and quipped, "Well, at least my ex could always make me laugh, and he definitely knew his way around the bedroom." The table erupted in unrestrained laughter, the kind that drowns out thought. For a brief second, I laughed with them, believing it was nothing more than harmless fun. But then I noticed the sudden silence that followed. My friends' smiles faltered, their laughter choked off mid-breath. Puzzled, I turned, and there he was. Daniel stood only a few feet away, holding a bouquet of sunflowers, the same kind he'd brought me when we first moved in together. His expression was unreadable at first, but then it shifted, breaking into something I'd never seen before, a mixture of raw pain and disbelief. Without a word, he set the flowers on the empty chair beside me and walked out. The air drained from the room. My stomach sank. I scrambled to my feet, calling after him. My voice sounded desperate, foreign to my own ears. I rushed outside into the street, begging him to stop, but he didn't even turn his head. I could only watch him disappear, my laughter from moments ago echoing inside me like a cruel reminder of what I'd done. That night, he never came home. Every call went straight to voicemail. I sat awake in the living room, sleepless, replaying the moment over and over, trying to convince myself it wasn't as catastrophic as it felt. But deep down, I knew I had humiliated the man who had always treated me with tenderness, reducing our love to a thoughtless punchline. The next morning, I found a note waiting on the kitchen counter. It was short. "I thought I meant more to you. Maybe I was wrong. Don't call me." I read it again and again until the words blurred through my tears. My hands shook as I sank to the cold floor, crushed under the weight of my own carelessness. I tried everything: calls, texts, emails. I even showed up at his office, only to be told by his assistant that he was on leave. Our mutual friends stayed neutral, but their pity was clear. I couldn't blame them. I had turned the man I loved into the butt of a joke, and now I was facing the consequences. Memories of him haunted me constantly. The night he proposed, trembling with nerves but eyes shining with love. Our tiny apartment that we had filled with warmth and determination. The quiet way he'd wrap his arms around me when life became too heavy, grounding me without saying a word. He had always been my safe place, and I had shattered it. Weeks dragged on with no word. In desperation, I started therapy, trying to uncover why I had sabotaged something so precious. My therapist said it came from fear, insecurity disguised as humor. Knowing the reason didn't soften the pain, and it didn't bring him back. One afternoon, I bumped into his brother at the grocery store. My voice broke as I begged him to tell Daniel that I was sorry, that I was trying to change. He gave me only a small nod, nothing more. That night, my phone buzzed with a message. Just 3 words: "I heard you." I cried for hours. Not because it meant everything was fixed, it wasn't, but because it meant he still cared enough to listen. Months slipped by, and he never returned. But over time, the sharpness of that last look he gave me dulled into something else, a hollow ache, a reminder of a love I had carelessly thrown away. Now, whenever I pass that cafe, or hear a tune he used to hum absent-mindedly, or see a sunflower in bloom, the memory stirs. One reckless sentence had destroyed something beautiful. If I could rewrite that day, I would have guarded my words as if they were fragile glass. But life doesn't hand out second chances. Only the burden of regret, and the lesson to never take love for granted.